Hi and welcome to another Head and Heart property tour by It Casa Real Estate Agency based in Tuscany. I'm Tracy.
And my name's Pierluigi, and today we're going to show you a property not far from our offices in Tuscany, but just on the other side of the border in Umbria.
So it's a complete renovation project. There's a farmhouse and some outbuildings, and it's all set in just over 9.5 hectares of land.
Yeah, so we hope you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give a like to the video, and let's crack on and show you this property. So as we said, we are in Umbria, but very close to the Tuscan border, and in fact we're looking out over Umbria, Tuscany, and in the distance Le Marche. Over the hills you've got the Adriatic coast, Rimini, Riccione, Cesena, but you can see that the property is in open fields with lovely views.
So there are neighbours, but nobody too close.
The property consists of 3 buildings. You can see the farmhouse, the stables to the right, and to the left, the barn.
I think this is probably my favourite building of the 3 because it's just so beautiful.
The barn has an old tobacco drying barn to the rear, which is the taller structure, but is full of potential and just waiting to be turned into something.
And this courtyard here, what do we call that in Italian?
So in Italian that would be the aia, and it would be where your animals would be, the farming equipment. Over the years this was a fully functioning farm, so would have had everything relating to the farm stored away.
This is the main farmhouse, and you can see from the stone that it was built in 3 different periods over time, with the back right section being the oldest, I believe.
And yes, when we say old, it's very old because it apparently dates back to the Longobardi, or the Lombards, that were in Italy between the 2nd and 6th century, so pretty old.
That's incredible. And that was a watchtower, that section?
Yes, it was a watchtower, and here you can see the view. Obviously you've got open views out over the valley and the hillside, so yes.
Perfect location. And even in winter the view is absolutely spectacular. So on the ground floor is where the animals would have been kept, and you can see you still have the original mangers for feeding, and the floors are the original flagstones. Lovely beams if you just ignore the horrendous amount of spider webs.
And the small home for the doves, which are very important.
And again out to that gorgeous view.
Not bad at all. So again here you can really see the difference between the old stone tower and the latter build in red brick. To the rear of the property you have lots of open space and beautiful woodland, which just frames the property beautifully.
And that woodland is a part of the land, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So this is my favourite part, which is the barn. I just love the arch details. I love the bricks that allow the airflow to dry the hay. And in true real estate property descriptions, I would say this room is light and airy.
Absolutely. Obviously this is all volume that can be redesigned based on one's needs. This property could be turned into an independent house and sold off, or guest accommodation.
Yeah, or office, gym, I mean anything really, but it's...
Well, space isn't an issue here because you've got another outbuilding as well.
That's true. So even though this is set in beautiful, beautiful countryside, you are only a 5-minute drive from the medieval hilltop town of Citerna, where there are 2 fantastic restaurants and there's a great bar for an aperitivo with a fantastic view. The nearest pizzeria, always important, is about a 2-minute drive away, would you say?
Yeah, and there's also a little mini market 2-minute drive away as well.
Where you can get pretty much everything you need on a daily basis.
And as you can see, and as you would imagine, with 9.5 hectares of land, you've got plenty of space for a swimming pool. You just have to decide on where to put it. And obviously get planning permission. Also, access to the property is excellent because you have a tarmac road that goes all the way up to where you would put the gated entrance to the property.
So we're going to take a look in the 3rd building now, which is just to the right of the main farmhouse, and this was primarily used for animals, stables and a pigsty. Again,
here we are going to be using the volume and turning this into whatever the new owner wants, but it could be a gym, it could be a home office, it could be a games room, or it could be a rustic kitchen near the pool so that you don't have to go back into the house.
and when you're using the volume, does it have to be in exactly the same footprint, or is there flexibility there?
There is flexibility. These are all things that need to be checked with a local surveyor or geometra, and if you want to, you can actually move buildings to within a certain radius of the primary building, which in this case would be the farmhouse. But now, having admired these views again one more time, let's go and actually have a look inside the farmhouse. So this short staircase leads up to what would have been the living quarters of the farmhouse.
So straight into a lovely large kitchen with a fireplace at the heart of the room and gorgeous beams.
I'd like to point out the size of those beams, which are truly gigantic even for Tuscan/Umbrian standards.
Yeah. And so if you were restructuring, you could make this floor bedrooms and use the stables as the living space.
When you restructure, you have freedom to rearrange the floor space, rearrange the living area as you wish. And so if you brought the day area downstairs, you would free up lots of space on the first floor and in the attic above that we will go and show you, to make bedrooms, studies, to ensuite bathrooms, suites, whatever you really want.
And these rooms are surprisingly habitable.
Yes, they are, and the property was probably lived in about 10-15 years ago when it was used as a farm.
So coming into this room, you can see it's got the original terracotta floor.
Yes, and in a restructuring, what you would try and do, depending on what they use to stick these down onto the floor, is clean these up and use them again. Here we're going into probably the most recent part of the building, where you can see the roof is slightly different, and the walls are slightly, well, they're not as thick.
I'm guessing the roof obviously needs some attention. There's a story behind that umbrella there.
Everything in the house needs attention, but here we're up in the loft space and the attic space, where you can see they're very tall rooms, and these could be turned into bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms.
I mean, it'd be an amazing master bedroom up here, a suite. And the final room to see in the house is the bathroom.
And that brings us to the end of another Head and Heart property tour. We do hope you enjoyed it.
And for more details of the property, including floor plans and photographs, just click on the link below and it will take you to the listing on our website.
So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and that's it for now, so arrivederci.
Bye for now.